and join high government officials and members of the diplomatic corps to greet the king. During the cordial exchange of greetings, His Majesty's sister, Her Royal Highness Lala Nezha, is presented with a bouquet of roses by Mrs. Kennedy. After meeting the waiting dignitaries, the king receives the president's warm welcome.
Your Majesty, it is a high honor to welcome you once again to the United States, and I am confident that your visit here on this occasion will be as fruitful and as beneficial to both of our countries as a visit of your illustrious father with my predecessor, President Eisenhower, several years ago. Though a wide ocean separates our two countries, they have been bound together throughout our history. Your country was the first to recognize the United States in the most difficult days of our revolution. Our first president, President Washington, sent our Constitution to your country in 1789. And from that day to the present, the ties have been intimate in war and in peace.
King Hassan expresses his personal pleasure and that of his people and his government to be able to greet the people of the United States and to meet their president. He also mentions the affection and admiration which Moroccans feel for Americans and says he hopes to consolidate the friendship which has existed between the two countries since the dawn of American independence.
منذ الفجر الباكر لاستقلال الولايات المتحدة.
Leaving the railroad station, the motorcade passes in front of the Capitol building, where the nation's legislative body meets. Waving to the crowds, the King of Morocco and the President of the United States ride slowly through the city. They pass the President's official residence, the White House, and continue on to the President's guest mansion for distinguished visitors, which is to be King Hassan's residence during his stay in Washington. One of His Majesty's first official acts in Washington is to pay a visit to Arlington National Cemetery, the last resting place for many of America's most honored war dead. Here at the Tomb of the Unknowns, a memorial to the nameless young Americans who have fallen in the cause of freedom, King Hassan pays his respects. Returning to the city, the king goes directly to the White House for his first conference with President Kennedy. Participating in the talks with the President are Secretary of State Dean Rusk and Assistant Secretary for African Affairs G. Menon Williams. That evening, the